G'day, legend. Coach Neil from Black Dog Coaching. Today, we're going to be going into volume 2 of the excuse matrix. Now, if you've missed volume 1 was debunking the myth that you don't have time to take care of yourself. You don't have time to train, you don't have time to prepare your meals. And we use basic mathematics to debunk the myth of not having time to train. This week, during volume 2 of the excuse matrix, we're going to be covering off on volume 2, I can't afford it. Now, to put this into perspective, before the Rona got us all locked down, the gym that I used to go to, it had everything. It had a massive pile of free weights, a whole pile of cable weights. It had a cardio section with tons and tons of machines, swimming pool out the back. It had absolutely everything that I needed to conduct all my training. And the best part is, it literally only cost me $16 a week. $16 a week for full access to the gym, including classes, including weights, including cardio system, including a swimming pool. $16 a week. Now, I know what you're thinking. I can't afford $16 a week, okay? And I have had people tell me this. They can't afford $16 a week. Let me run some numbers by you. In today's society, an average price for a cup of coffee is $4.50. Sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on the size that you get, where you get it from, and what you actually get thrown into it. But $4.50 is about the average price for a cup of coffee here in Australia. What that means is if you are buying 3 to 4 takeaway coffees a week, you can afford to go to a gym. You can afford the price that is being asked for you to attend a gym and work out. Now, I know what you're thinking. I don't get 4 to 5 coffees a week or 3 to 4 coffees a week, so that's not me, so I'm fine. But maybe it's takeaway. Maybe just once a week you get some takeaway. If you look at Macca's, once upon a time it was the cheap option. It's never been the healthy option, but once upon a time it was the cheap option. Now an average burger with Macca's is $5 to $6, anywhere up to $9, $9.50 if you're getting one of their gourmet burgers. You get that as a meal and you're looking at between $14 and $18 for one meal with Macca's. Average price of a supreme pizza in Queensland, $18.11. Depending on where you're at, $13.19 in Victoria, a little bit cheaper. But either way, if you can afford to get takeaway just once a week, you can afford a gym membership. Now, I know what you're saying, okay? I don't get that many takeaway coffees and I don't eat that much takeaway. But maybe once a week you go out with the lads or go out with the ladies. Maybe you have a 6-pack after work once a week or more. If that's the case, I've got bad news for you. Average cost of a beer in our 2 biggest cities is between $8 to $9. That's when you go out into town and you buy yourself a drink. So literally 2 beers in a night out on the town and you've already spent more than what it would cost you to go to a gym, all right? I can guarantee if you're going out into town, you're not having 1 or 2 beers. You're having significantly more than that. If you're grabbing a 6-pack, depending on whether you're drinking the local swill or something boutique, the local swill is going to set you back between $19 and $24. If you're more of a craft beer kind of person, you need the more expensive stuff. Okay, you're looking at anywhere from $30 upwards for some of your more boutique beers or 1 6-pack. So if you can afford to drink just once a week, you can afford to go to a gym and you can afford to look after your health. Now, maybe, just maybe, $16 a week is out of your price range. Maybe, for whatever reason, you absolutely cannot afford $16 a week to look after your health. If that's the case, I've got good news for you. There is a well-known style of training, and it's called bodyweight training. And as you may have guessed by the giveaway in the title, the only piece of equipment that you need for bodyweight training is your body. Push-ups, sit-ups, squats, burpees. There are 1,000,001 bodyweight exercises. And the best part is, it's going to cost you exactly nothing. If you want an entire routine made of bodyweight exercise only, you can literally jump on YouTube, jump on bodybuilding.com, punch in bodyweight exercise, and you will have thousands, if not tens of thousands of routines readily available for free. And the only piece of equipment you will need is your own body. It will cost you exactly 0 cents, and you don't even need to leave your house to do it. But I know what you're thinking. Oh, but Coach, I don't like bodyweight stuff. It's too hard. I can't even do a push-up. Good news. Every single exercise has what we call a progression and a regression. That is a way to make it harder if it's too easy, and a way to make it easier if it's too hard. For every single exercise, there is a regression all the way back to the point where somebody who has never ever attempted that exercise can start. Once again, if you put in body weight progressions, it will give you a breakdown of about a dozen different types of that exercise. So if you're thinking push-ups, there'll be about a dozen variations of the push-ups, ranging from somebody who's never done a push-up before, right through to that smart ass who does one-handed push-ups in the middle of the fucking road for fun while he's drinking beer. All right? There's a variation for everything. There's a progression and a regression. You've just got to find the right one for the level that you're at. All right, maybe you truly, truly hate bodyweight training. Maybe you truly, truly can't afford $16 a week. You can afford your coffee or your beer or your takeaway food, but you can't afford your $16 a week to go to the gym. You despise bodyweight training and it's all too hard and it's all too boring. There is still another option for you, all right? And it's called cardio. You can literally grab your shoes, put them on your feet, go out your front door, and you can walk. Put some headphones in, listen to a book, listen to your music, listen to something that motivates you and go for a walk. 30 minutes, 45 minutes, it doesn't matter. Just get out of the house and go for a walk. If walking's too easy, go for a jog, go for a run. If you don't like walking, if you don't like running, go for a swim, go to your local beach and cut laps up and down the beach. Go to your local rock pool, swim laps up and down your rock pool. Maybe if you hate all of that, you can go to your local council pool when they reopen after the Rona, and it'll cost you like $4 or $5 to go in and use a lap pool, all right? No matter what the case may be, I can 100% tell you that money is no object when it comes to looking after your health. There is always a way to do it, and there is always a way to do it for free, or at least for a very minimal cost. If you're still sitting here and you still stick to your guns and you're still saying, I can't afford it, I can't afford to train, I can't afford to take care of myself, then I will propose to you that money is not your issue. It's a lack of motivation, commitment, and priorities. I'm Coach Neil. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you on the next video.